This video is to demonstrate how to convert categories on an e-commerce website into a filter system which appears in the right hand column over here. Firstly, you need to buy and install a piece of software called Cherry Picker. Secondly, you need to configure it so that it can be used as a filter as opposed to using these categories. What I'm going to do is convert one of these so you can see what you need to do. The one I'm going to convert is jewellery for him, in other words men's jewellery, and it's categorised by price ranges. If I click on this particular category, you can see there's 4 different price ranges. So what I want to do is create a filter for these 4 different price ranges. What I need to do firstly is log into Joomla. Secondly, go to VirtueMart. Once VirtueMart starts up, you need to scroll down to the products menu option and choose the product types list. Now each of these menu options here is a product type. So in this particular website there is an area for jewellery for men and women and for children. So I've previously created these product types out. So you've got men's, women and children's product types. But what we need to do is create the detail within these product types. And these are created via parameters. If I click here to show the parameters that already exist, there's only the one called type. Now we want to create a new one, as I've just said, for price. So what I do is I go ahead and click the new button, and I need to give the parameter a name. So I'm going to, since I've got men's, women's and children's, I'm going to put men's in at the beginning. And I know that it's related to price, so I'm going to put price in there. Next thing it asks for is a label, a parameter label. This is the label that actually appears on the screen, so I'm just going to have price there. And then scroll a little further down, ignoring the description because we don't need to fill that in. The next important thing is the parameter type. Now generally I'm only using 2, short text or multiple values. Short text is for most items. Multiple values is only used if a product, a single product, can appear in more than one product parameter. Now that sounds a bit complicated, but let me explain in a bit more detail. If you have a piece of jewellery, for instance, as we do in this website, and that piece of jewellery is, for instance, a ring, it can only ever be a ring and can't be a necklace. However, some of these pieces of jewellery, as you can see in this one here, is made with silver and gold. So therefore, when we've got a filter by material, it would appear under silver and gold. So therefore, it needs to appear in multiple categories. In that case, in here, in the parameter type, you would choose multiple values. Because at the moment I'm dealing with pricing for men's jewellery, a particular piece of jewellery can only be a single price, so it is not a case of multiple selections, but of short text. Now I just go ahead and add in the different values. So the first one's up to £20. And I end it with a semicolon. And then put in the second parameter, £21 to £50. And so on until I've filled them all in. Make sure there's no spaces at the end of each parameter. Now were this a case of multiple select, you would make sure you put a tick in here, but in this case it's only a single value, so therefore we don't need to do that. So once I've filled that in, none of the other fields need to be filled in. You hit the save button, and you can see here now we've got 2 parameters. And it'll just be a case of going through each of the different parameters for each of the different filters we want to set up. So material would be next, which would be a multiple select, and occasion, which would probably also be a multiple select. For example, daytime wear, nighttime wear. And that's how you set up the parameters within VirtueMart to allow you to use the cherry picker. In a future video, I'll show you how you actually change the products so that they appear properly. And that's it.